Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy full moon in Scorpio. This is a really powerful full moon bringing about massive transformation and this strong energy and invitation to rise up. Scorpio is the archetype of the phoenix rising, that aspect of us that can go through the darkness, that can go through the challenges only to rise up stronger than ever before. And we're really at that phase now of rising up and stabilizing in a new energy. So I'm going to share my screen with you here so I can show you the full moon chart and go over some of the main aspects. So for those of you who are new to me, my name is Kara. I am a master astrologer. I'm also an Akashic Records practitioner, and I love working with both of these sacred tools to support you in elevating your manifesting by tapping into cosmic intelligence. So give me a moment here to share my screen and let's pull up this beautiful full moon chart. I'm going to make this bigger here. There we go. Awesome stuff. So here is the chart at the time of the full moon, May 7, 6:45 a.m. Eastern time. So anytime there's a full moon, there's always the theme of amplification. Whatever you are feeling internally is amplified right now. And it is also a time of releasing and letting go of what is no longer working. And at the same time, it's about celebration as well, releasing those old patterns, the old programming that is not working, that is not aligned to where you want to go, and celebrating what is going really well for you, what is working in your life. So down here, you'll see the Scorpio moon, 17 degrees of Scorpio. That is the focus point. So the Scorpio energy is about transformation. It's also about the depths of human experience. The Scorpionic energy invites us to feel the range of human emotion without labeling some as right or wrong. It's also like the detective of the zodiac, and it wants to unearth the secrets. So this full moon, we may see as a collective secrets coming to the surface, things that have been buried, now coming up into our conscious awareness. I think of that quote by Carl Jung. If you follow me, you've probably heard me reference this before. I used to work as a psychotherapist, so I have a background in psychology as well, and I've always been drawn to the work of Carl Jung. And he has this famous quote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." So this Scorpio full moon is really supporting us in unearthing some of the things, some of the aspects of the self that have been buried in the subconscious so we can become consciously aware. And once you are consciously aware of your belief systems, the energy you are activating, the patterns that are being created in your life, you can make a change and you can choose again. And what I feel like as a collective, we've been doing the shadow work. We've been doing the unearthing. We've been looking collectively at the paradigms that govern our society that are not working anymore, and we're ready to change it. And that's why the energy I feel around this is really about rising up. It's like we've done that inner shadow healing work, and now we're ready to stabilize in a new energy. And what really supports this astrologically is we'll see this full moon forming in opposition to the sun and Mercury in Taurus. So that's what makes it a full moon. The moon is fully illuminated opposite the sun, and right now we are in Taurus season, and the Taurus energy is about being very grounded. It is about being in the wisdom of our bodies, very practical in the actions we take. So this is also a dynamic that we're seeing at play with this full moon, where Scorpio can have emotions running high. It's very emotional. Taurus is very much about grounding your body. Don't get caught up in the emotions. Observe your emotions. Our emotions act as a powerful guidance system that give us a glimpse into the mindset and the thoughts that we have been practicing. So it's very powerful in that way. But we don't want to attach to our emotions, because your emotions come and go. How you feel in this moment while you're watching this video may not be the way you feel even 5 minutes from now, an hour from now. Our emotions fluctuate. So we want to work with them as that guidance system, bringing awareness into what we're activating, the energy we're putting out into the world, but not get caught up in the story of them. And that's where this Taurus Sun and Mercury brings us back down into reality, in a way, like ground into who you are beyond the facade of emotion, which is really, really helpful. And also how I see this energy playing out is we are creating a new foundation for our life. So no question, we are in a time of major shifting. We are in a time of major upgrading. It's a time where light workers are really rising up into their power. And this is actually the new program that I'm doing. I'm offering the Lightworkers Rise Academy, which is to support my fellow energy workers, healers, and light workers as you really rise up and share your gifts with the world, giving you the strategy you need to really grow your business, combined with work with cosmic intelligence. So you're working with the energetic blueprint of your business and tapping into what naturally makes you magnetic. So we are really looking at that aspect of rising up. Such a powerful theme behind this all. And with that Mercury in Taurus right now, in conjunct the sun and opposite this full moon, Mercury governs our communication, it governs our thought processes. And in Taurus, we can be a little bit stubborn in the patterns that we're stuck in. So this full moon is an opportunity to look at, where am I stubbornly stuck in a way of doing things, stuck in a certain energy that no longer serves me, and how can I release that? Remember, full moons are releasing. And this may also come up for you today. You may find those old patterns. You may find these emotions coming to the surface, things you've tried to bury, things you didn't want to look at, coming up into the light. And it's an invitation not to run, not to withdraw in fear, but to say, I'm going to be courageous enough to look at this so I can move forward, building a new solid foundation for my life, which the Taurus energy is really supporting us in doing. So another beautiful aspect in play with this full moon, so we've got the Scorpio moon over here, forming a trine over here to Neptune. See if I can move that from my screen. That might not come up in the video here. Hopefully not. So there's Neptune in Pisces right now. So Neptune is hanging out in Pisces, forming a trine to this full moon. This gives it a very spiritual aspect. So Neptune in Pisces, the full moon in Scorpio, these are water energies. This is about intuition. And especially this beautiful trine, this is about transcending the fears, transcending the old belief patterns, and tapping into what is truly possible for you. Neptune in Piscean energy is about transcendence. It's who you are beyond this physical body. It's who you are on a spiritual level. Now, the shadow side of this energy is we get pulled into an illusion. We get lost in a fog. We're confused about next steps, or confused about where to go in our life, or we're feeling kind of down, or we're overwhelmed in emotion and we're allowing our emotion to overpower us. That can be the shadow of this. So if you're stuck there, be loving and kind with yourself. Don't go into guilt and shame, and ask yourself honestly, what's coming up for me to be released? Instead of getting caught up in the story, what are my energies, my emotions, my mindset making me aware of, so it can support me in creating a change in my life? In the highest expression, this is about remembering your creative power, remembering that the phoenix always rises up from the ashes into the light. What part of you is on the rise right now? Beautiful, beautiful energy. So the ruler of this full moon is Pluto. Pluto over here in Capricorn, currently retrograding. And Pluto retrograding through Capricorn is very much, Pluto is a generational planet. So its movement in the cosmos really is indicative of some of the collective changes we will see. And as it's been traveling through Capricorn, we're seeing a breaking down of the old masculine, the wounded masculine paradigm, old ways of power dynamics, old ways of making money, old ways of feeling in competition with people that are just outdated. We're seeing a reworking of that on a societal level. As Pluto retrogrades through Capricorn, we're going to see some of the secrets and the shadows that have been kind of buried as a collective coming to the light to be fully transformed. So really, really powerful time. And we'll see at the time of this full moon, Pluto is forming positive aspects and positive energy flow over here with the sun and Mercury in the sign of Taurus. They're in beautiful harmony, and that's the earth energy that can help ground us during a time where we may be feeling a little emotional with some of the water energy and the scorpionic influence. This can help ground us out, and it also fits into that storyline of creating a new solid foundation in your life. What are you building? Anything we create, we need a solid foundation for. So it's like we're feeling into, just to take it back a little bit, when we had the Aries new moon, we began a new cycle. It was a new astrological cycle. We started out on our path at the beginning of a new journey. As we move into Taurus season, we're now building the foundation for that path. What does it look like? What do I value? Is my life a reflection of those core values? What do I need on this new path to feel fully nourished and fully supported? We're working with the money signs as well. Scorpio and Taurus are money signs of the zodiac. What do I need to feel financially supported? Changing your relationship with money, tapping into abundance consciousness, remembering the source of where your wealth and abundance comes from. These are all foundational things we need to create before we really thrive and before we really rise up. And this full moon is helping us build that really solid foundation. And I think it's really, really beautiful energy. So I'm going to stop my screen share here. So those are the main aspects around the full moon. Take time for a full moon ritual, a full moon ceremony, which can be as easy as journaling on what you're choosing to release and what you're choosing to let go of. Can be as simple as spending a few minutes in meditation, just focusing on your breath, honoring your emotions without becoming attached to them, and really taking a look at what is this new foundation I'm creating in my life. So thank you so much for joining me for this video today. Be sure to subscribe. On my channel, you will see not only cosmic guidance, but there are also trainings on manifestation, and there's going to be more of that coming your way. And there's also some really good sleep meditations, morning meditations, and there'll be more meditations that are added to the space as well. So be sure to subscribe. And if you are interested in learning more about the Lightworkers Rise Academy and how you can really elevate your business through soul-aligned strategy and tapping into cosmic intelligence, send me a message to learn more about that. Sending so much love and light your way. And I will see you again very soon. Bye.